face some things and some trials that we feel are devastating. And I don't know about you, but I've been on some rough seas, but I don't believe they were as rough as this. But when you are actually in a rough sea, it'll make you think. If you're in a boat and you see the boat down here and the waves up here, you can believe it's going to make you think. And then they take place up and down. And you see the danger that you're in. But then you realize and relax that you're serving a great God. That He controls the sea, just like He controls everything else. So He controls the storms of your life. And we come to the conclusion that He is the one that we need. He is the one that we look forward to. And as we go into His Word, we see that if we would recognize who He is. See, He wanted them to not only recognize Him as a healer, but He wanted them to recognize Him as for who He is. His power. His power was beyond mankind. We look at Exodus where it says, I am the one who always is. That's showing His divinity. That's showing His sovereignty. I am the Messiah. That's showing that I am over and controlling everything. John 6:39 said, I am the bread of life. Because that's what we need. And it said, I am the light of the world. And it goes on to say, I am the resurrection. I am the way, the truth, and the light. I am the true vine. And so when we sum it all up, we face the storms of this life that no one else might not understand. And sometimes we have storms in our lives that we never even mention. Sometimes the storms are so deep, we don't even tell anyone. But we're battling with them day in and day out. But if we get to the point where we can realize that God is greater than our storm, then we don't have to have any fear. We can walk through the storm knowing that there is a blessing on the other side. It's not always for us to give in to our storm. And that's the natural thing. Sometimes the storm gets so rough you want to just throw up both hands and say, forget it. I give up. But when you find that you're giving up on your storm, this is when you reach back on the foundation within your life that God has set. And realize that even though I want to give up, I know that if I hold on, God is going to bring me out. He's going to deliver me. He's going to change. If He doesn't change the storm, then He's going to change how you see the storm. But either way it goes, it's for your benefit. And you can have a testimony that God is greater than my storm. And I made it through. But most of all, He wants us to continue to realize that He is the greatest thing in our lives. He is a sovereign God. And His word said He would never leave us. He would never forsake us. And it does not matter how the storms of life are shaking us. As long as we know that we can reach our hand out and He's standing there. And His power is going to bring us through this storm. Then in essence, in the middle of the storm, we can find that we can rejoice because we know that He's with us. In the midst of the storm, we can realize that we have joy because He is our joy. In the midst of the storm, we can realize that we have peace because He is our peace. And it said peace beyond understanding. See, a lot of times we want to have peace within our understanding. But sometimes even we don't understand the peace that we have because God has given it to us as a gift. He wants us to depend on Him. He wants us to realize that He is in control. And if we would just stand back and watch Him work, He will do it. He will bring us out. And whatever storm is in our life will not destroy us. It will not take us under. It will be our testimony. And we will be able to tell somebody else that the God that we serve is greater than any storm. And this is the message that we can take to the streets, to the people who don't know God yet, the ones who are giving up. And they're giving up every day. And the sad thing about it, it's not always old people. Sometimes it's young people. And say, I don't want to live no more. I don't see no reason to live anymore. I'd rather just be dead and take their own lives. But we have the truth that we can give them, that no storm in life is so great that you should feel like that death is your answer. God is your answer. And all you have to do is reach out. He's right there. But he wants to know that you're recognizing his power. He wants to know that you are asking for his help. And he will be there to help you. I don't know what your storms are. I don't know what you're going through. But whatever it is, I can truly say that God is in control. And not only is he in control, but he's greater than your storm. And sometimes you have to look past the storm, over the cloud, to see your blessing. Because there is a blessing in the midst of your storm. This is just a word to encourage you as children of God. Don't let Satan tell you, well, you know, you're living right and you're trying to do right and it looks like everything that could go wrong in your life is going wrong. Because Satan will sit on your shoulder and tell you that. But the good thing about it is, yes, I'm trying to live right. Yes, I'm trying to do the things I should do. Yes, I'm repenting of my sins. But the main thing is that I know that God is in control. And he's not going to let me down. Because I am his masterpiece. He chose me before I even knew that he was choosing me. So I'm going to stand in the fact that I don't have to give up. I can't be in this battle, in this storm, and I can win. That's my encouragement word today. Hold on. Don't be shaken by the storms of life. Let the winds blow. As they say, let the rains come, as they did in Bill. But when it's all over, the sun will shine. We saw some beautiful sunshine this evening, because the storm has passed on over. So my final word is, your storm is passing over. Just go ahead and rejoice. Go ahead and rejoice. It's all right if you still see the clouds, but it's a blessing on the other side of the cloud. So go ahead, rejoice. Go ahead and praise him. Go ahead and walk in his peace. Because the Bible said, worry about nothing. The only way you're going to worry about nothing is to put everything in his hand. Because when it's all said and done, you can't control it anyway. Only God. So I encourage you to hold on steadfast. Hold on. Don't let nothing shake your faith in God. He is the answer to every problem. He's the answer to every situation. Hold on, and God is greater than your storm. God bless you.